Welcome to the 2023 Sunrise Sprint to Vietnam. This is the race briefing clip. Danang is situated on the clear East Sea at the mouth of the Han River, is the third largest city in Vietnam. The city's name originates from the Cham word, Danang, which means the opening of a large river. In addition to its stunning setting amid beaches and mountains, Danang is also known as a city of bridges. You will experience the most famous of these as you climb and descend the Thuan Phuoc Bridge, the longest suspension bridge in Vietnam, connecting Da Nang city center, the outlying district of Son Cha. Modern Da Nang has grown into one of the most well-designed cities in Vietnam. Home to everything from luxurious beachfront resorts to bold, flavorful cuisine and fascinating historical attractions, Da Nang will become your stunning personal race course. Now let's start the athlete's race briefing. The race briefing will cover important details such as the event schedule, expected weather forecast, athletes' items, course reviews, and post-race schedule. We believe that this information will help you to be thoroughly prepared for the race, ensuring the best possible experience. To view all activities during the event week, please save the complete event schedule, which has been updated and available at the Athlete Information Guide, AIG, since weather conditions in Da Nang can impact the race activities during the weekend. Therefore, let's take a quick look at the weather forecast for Saturday to help you prepare for the upcoming race. As an athlete participating in the Sunrise event to Vietnam, you will receive a race kit containing the following items. Mandatory bike check-in is only on Friday the 5th of May 2023 from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the transition area, Sun Tui Beach. All bikes must be checked in by Friday and left overnight. Bike checkout is from 9 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. You are required to reclaim your bike and gear after the race. You must have your athlete wristband on in order to claim your bike and gear. For the bike check-in, athletes must personally check in their bikes. Once entering the transition, athletes push their bike to their numbered racking. Then walk toward the timing tent to receive a timing chip and exit the transition area. Once you exit the transition area, you will only be allowed to re-enter the next day. Transition will open from 4 a.m. to 5:15 a.m. Please ensure you leave yourself enough time on race morning as all athletes will be required to be out of transition by 5:15 a.m. Please note that personal belongings such as cell phones, money, and jewelry should never be left in the transition area as Sunrise Events Vietnam will not be liable for loss of these personal belongings. Official bike mechanics will be available to support athletes during the specific time frames. Your timing chip will not be in your race kit. You must collect your chip at the exit of bike check-in, before leaving the transition area. Your chip must be worn on your left ankle at all times during the race. If you are unable to start the race, you are responsible for returning the chip. Failure to do so may disqualify you from participating in future VinFast Ironman 70.3 Vietnam events. If your timing chip is not returned or is lost, you will be charged $150 for a replacement. All members of relay teams must be present together at athlete check-in. If any member is absent, the team will not be allowed to check in, without exceptions. Timing chip is the relay baton. Each team member must fasten to their ankle. Timing chip handover in the relay tent. All relay team members must wear their wristbands but only the run leg member must wear the bib number. On the race day, swim and bike members can run through the finish with their runner. All must be wearing their relay team wristbands. Swim and bike team members meet the runner at the gathering zone near the relay team tent at the transition. Athletes must follow the prescribed course. It is the athlete's responsibility to know the course. Athletes must cover the prescribed course in its entirety. Failure to do so will result in a disqualification. If an athlete must exit the course, he or she shall re-enter the course at the same point of departure before continuing. Participants must complete one round of the 750-meter clockwise course, swimming straight out from Sun Tui Beach to the turnaround buoy 375 meters away and returning. Safety officials in yellow tops with "Water Safety Officer" written on their apparel will be monitoring the event. Should you require assistance while swimming the course, please raise your hand above your head and wave to get their attention. Should at any point an athlete decide to abandon the swim, they will be taken to an extraction point. The athlete needs to hand in their timing chip to the staff. First-timer or athletes in need of special assistance on the swim should wear white swim caps and line up at the end. White swim caps are available at the white tent at the swim start on race morning. Upon completing the swim and exiting the water, athletes will run on the beach across a timing mat and through the showers. On entering the transition, individual athletes will run toward their bike while relay team members will run to the relay tent to transfer the timing chip. Then the cyclist will run to their bike. Only after the chip and ankle strap has been transferred can the bike leg athlete go to the bike rack to begin the bike portion of the event. Note: your helmet must be worn and clipped on before you can start moving your bike. Failure to do so may result in disqualification. Run with your bike to the bike mount line. Do not mount your bike prior to the line. Please be cautious of others when mounting your bike. Please stay right after mounting your bike. The 20-kilometer bike course starts at the Sun Tui Public Beach Lot, which is adjacent to the Hyatt Regency Danang Resort and Spa. Athletes exit the transition turning right and proceed north, parallel to the beach on Trong Sa Street. Cyclists will continue for 4 kilometers before turning at the first roundabout. From there, they will head in the opposite direction for 10 kilometers before reaching the second roundabout, after which they will advance in the final 6 kilometers to the transition area. This completes the 20-kilometer cycling leg of the sprint event. There will be no aid station on the bike course. To minimize the possibility of infringing the rules and thus avoiding a visit to the penalty box, please observe the following. This is a non-drafting race and is strictly monitored. Remember, if you ride on the left side of an athlete without passing or ride on the left-hand side of the bike lane when clear of other athletes can result in a blocking penalty. Keep 10 meters between yourself and the cyclist in front of you, front wheel to front wheel. Pass on the left of the cyclist in front, never on the right. Complete your pass within 25 seconds. Passed athletes must drop back immediately to 10 meters distance and ensure you have dropped back the full 10 meters before repassing 10 meters. If you do receive a penalty, that race referees or race officials will show you a blue, yellow or red card will tell you to stop at the penalty tent will note your race number and other information. Yellow card means 10 seconds penalty for blocking violation. Blue card means 1 minute penalty for littering and drafting violation. 3 blue card violations will result disqualification. Penalty tent is located before the dismount line in transition. After finish bike course and move to run course, please note that, as you dismount your bike before the dismount line, you are responsible for taking your bike to your numbered racking within the transition area and racking the bike correctly. Your helmet must remain on and secured until your bike is racked. Failure to do so may result in disqualification. Athletes will change to their run gear on their bike or at the designated change area. Exit out and complete the run course. Relay transition rules are the same. The 5-kilometer run course will begin from Sun Tui Beach. From the transition area, participants will run onto Trong Sa Street, in the direction of the public beach areas of Danang. They will follow the clockwise route until making a turnaround, about 2.5 kilometers away at the main water station, sending them back to the transition area. From transition, there will be a designated pathway onto the beach finish, in front of the Hyatt Regency Danang Resort and Spa. Participants must follow the beach path to where the finish line is located. Please expect very hot and humid weather. Don't forget to keep yourself well hydrated at all times. There will be 8 run aid stations along the run course. Run aid station will offer water, electrolyte, food, Coke and medical support for athletes. Please note that finish line is for athletes. Friends, family members, and/or other spectators are not permitted to cross the finish line or enter the finish chute with participating athletes. The participating athletes will be disqualified if their supporters violate the policy. Relay team members can also wait at the gathering zone near the relay tent in the transition area to join the runner on their way back to the finish line. Once you cross the finish line, you will be guided by volunteers towards the designated recovery area that is exclusively reserved for athletes. The recovery area will offer water, fruits, isotonic drinks and beer. At the finish line, your timing chip will be removed and you will be presented with a finisher shirt and medal. Event bag will be ready to pick up outside the finish line. Once you are out of recovery zone, you cannot re-enter. For the safety of athletes, event medical teams are available on-site venues and on course during the race. The race will officially end 2 hours and 15 minutes after the final athlete enters the water via the rolling start. The swim course will close 30 minutes after the final athlete enters the water. The bike course will close 1 hour and 25 minutes after the final athlete enters the water. The run course will close 2 hours and 15 minutes after the final athlete starts the swim. Any athlete or relay team member that takes longer than 2 hours and 15 minutes to complete the entire course and does not finish before the run course is closed will receive a DNF. A team of 300 local community volunteers is providing support for the race. Kindly remember to express your gratitude to the volunteers after the race, as their contribution is invaluable, and we couldn't achieve our goals without their assistance. The Sunrise Sprint Awards presentations will be held on Saturday the 6th of May 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at Residence Garden. If you are on the podium and are unable to collect your trophy, please contact the event organizer within 24 hours after the event. So get out there and race your heart out, people. Good luck and see you at the finish line.